What's going on, everybody? I'm eating things, and you're watching Less Than Rhetorical, and today we're going over some concepts. We're just talking through crosshair placement and map knowledge. So, a buddy of mine and I were playing together, and he was asking me about exactly where his crosshair placement should be in a couple of different scenarios, and I thought, you know what? It would be great if I made a video on this and actually talked about where your crosshair placement should be on certain doors and certain maps and certain situations. So Emerald Plains is the map that I'm going to look at right now. That was the map that we were playing on. And so let me just switch over to yep. Apparently Emerald Plains is not set up in my match options. So let me go set that up. Yay. I should probably edit this out, but I am not going to do that. Playlist details, edit playlist. So we can come over to Emerald Plains. And we want to save playlist. And then I can just create as player. All right, so we're ready now. We're in the playlist. We're in Emerald Plains. We're ready to go. I'm going to switch over to the defender side of the match and then hop in here. So we can get started. So I'm going to pick the bomb CEO site, and I'm just going to grab somebody with a shotgun so I can run around and, just do a couple of quick site setup. We'll just do smoke. Little quick site setup. So in most situations, these three walls will be reinforced. Where am I? I'm sorry. This wall will be reinforced. Most people reinforce this wall. There's usually like some head height holes here. These three walls over here are reinforced in the administration area. This wall gets reinforced or opened to spawn peek out of. There's usually a rotate on this wall, and it's preference as far as where you put the rotate. Some people like to put the rotate over here, and they like that because then you can rotate without being shot from this door here, and that's fine. Some people like to make it a running rotate, but then you can be shot from the door. Other people will move the rotate kind of over a little and put it in the middle. Again, so you can't get shot from that door. The rotate on this side, probably not as preferable because then you can get shot from this door, but I've seen people do it because if you're over here on this side, here's a sweet little angle. Like, if you think about this, I'm over here, I'm peeking through that door now. All right. I can even move over slightly so I'm more protected from this door over here. If this is castle barricaded or the window's covered, I can see through this door and I'm protected from pretty much most angles. I can also play this window if I wanted to from here. As long as I've got something barricading this right here so people can't see me and wallbang me or shoot me, I can play this angle here. I can play this angle here. I can play this door here from one position. This is actually a very powerful position because when you're coming in this way, what am I checking? I'm going to give you just a second to think about admin and think what would you check? Where are the angles? What do you have to worry about? Let's assume for this that my team has green control. And let's assume they have hunting control. As I approach this, the first thing I'm going to peek is this angle right here. I want to make sure no one's playing this spot here and peeking out the door aggressively. And I'm not just going to peek that angle. I'm going to pre-fire that angle. I'm going to go like this. Just immediately put some bullets there. Once I peek that angle, now I'm going to peek this door. Now, here's the thing. I know no one's going to be on this door because hunting, my team has control of it. So I'm not peeking the door itself. I'm peeking past the door to this tucked spot here where someone could be standing close and maybe waiting for someone from hunting to come in so they could swing them. This is the spot that I'm concerned about, where someone could be holding from. They could also be here, but I've already kind of peeked that angle when I looked in. So my first angle, here. My second angle, here. My third angle, here. Notice my crosshair placement. I am kind of against the wall here because I'm going to quick peek. And I'm quick peeking to get the information and maybe to pre-fire that angle, right? But, oops, I'm looking a little wrong. So, it's more talking and looking at this light switch than I was actually looking where I was supposed to be looking. But, so I might have my crosshair against the wall just briefly because I'm looking where the angle is. So when you're quick peeking, you want to have your crosshair like right against where you're peeking from. All right, and then you're going to peek and your crosshair lands right on what you're peeking when you're quick peeking. That's quick peeking. If I'm going to swing into this room, I don't swing unless I have information. But let's say I have information that there's a guy standing on this desk right here. Let's say I know he's been fighting this guy here on this bomb angle. Now I've got information. I know the rest of the room is clear. Someone's droned it, I've droned it, doesn't matter who. And I know there's someone up here. All right? So now I'm not going to peek. I'm not going to do this and peek each of these angles because I know they're clear. I'm now going straight for the swing. As I swing in pre-firing the location where I know the person to be. If you're swinging a door, you want your crosshair to be in a spot where you can react to whatever's moving. So let's say I have information that there's a guy holding this door from here. Well, he could swing me, right? Or let's say there's a guy that's in here. Well, he could swing me too. Notice as I'm swinging out here, my crosshair placement, it's not here. If it's here, what happens if this guy swings me? Now he's here. He's there. That's where his head is. But my crosshair is here. Because I'm swinging around, you know, waiting for, like, this is where people get confused with crosshair placement. When I'm quick peeking an angle, yeah, I need to have my crosshair here. Because when I peek it, I want my crosshair to be right where the angle is so I can just fire and jump back into cover, right? But if someone is swinging you or you're swinging someone else, a lot of people put their crosshair like right next to where they're peeking like this. I'm doing a terrible job of this, but like super close to the door, okay? Well, that doesn't help you if somebody swings and now they are here and your crosshair is here. That's a huge gap. They swung right past you. You're not going to be able to flick and react to that fast enough. On the flip side, let's say that my crosshair is here. Now they swing me. I mean, look how close. If my crosshair was here and I get here and they swung me, that's a much shorter flick. And I might even react. I might even see the swing coming and be able to react to it in the middle and kill them before they ever got there. So having your crosshair slightly out from the door when you're swinging is better. But when you're quick peeking, then you need your crosshair to end wherever you want to peek. Okay? Crosshair placement and map knowledge. So let's say somebody is on green stairs down here. Let's say somebody is in hunting hall over here. All right? Let's say you were positioned here when you got the information. I know there's somebody green stairs. I know there's somebody hunting hall. Which gunfight is the best for me to take right now? Give you a second to think about it. If you answered hunting hall, you're correct. Because if I'm to swing this green stairs guy, I've got to expose my back to hunting hall and then come over here, and when I shoot, I'm also exposed to hunting hall again. If this person over here gets the call, oh, he's swinging me, he's the door to sight, they can run over and kill me as I'm trying to get back into sight. That was terrible shooting on my part, but you get the picture, right? They're able to come swing me. The other thing is, if they're close by this and they hear me moving toward the door, that was also terrible. They might just kill me before I swing out. On the flip side, let me take the hunting hall fight. If I'm to swing this fight and check my angles, you know, check through, I am exposed. So I am exposed slightly. But if I knew this person was on green stairs and I heard them, what are they doing? They're going to check this angle, and then they're going to check maybe this angle right here, and then they're going to see me, right? So I'm probably safe for just a second, right? As they worry about their angles over there. And remember, they also have to worry about, if they're not good at doing this, like, I mean, they also have to worry that I'm going to be shooting back at them. So they might just miss you altogether and swing over here looking through these angles, but probably not. But the other thing is, like, I can't just walk up green stairs and start taking this gunfight. I've got to check my corners. So hopefully green stairs is going to take a minute, unless they've droned everything out. I mean, you're in a bad position anyway, because you've got two people swinging you at the same. You've got two people going to fight you at the same time. Your best bet is to engage with this hunting hall person, kill them, and then now you're in a better position. You've retaken this map control. So you got to think about siege in terms of map control. If I stay here, what's going to happen? Now, staying here is another option. I guess I should have said, should I go attack the green guy? Should I attack the hunting hall guy? Or should I stay put? Staying put is an option, and I could stay here. My hope is that hunting hall swings in on me first and I can get this kill. Because if this guy swings in and hunting hall swings in at the same time, one of the two of them is going to kill me. That's just the case. I'm probably not going to be able to get this kill and flick directly to wherever this guy is in this room and win that gunfight. I'm probably going to get this kill, and I might try to take the gunfight, but, you know, it's going to be tough. So staying put while it's an option, I mean, if they know you're here, it's not a great option. If they don't know you're here, maybe you could get away with it, get this kill, and then try to focus here. But what if the hunting hall guy doesn't swing in? I've got to hold this because I'm exposed. This is where my dangerous spot is. This guy could start swinging in. If I look at him, hunting hall could swing me. And he's got a freebie. So I'm just kind of, you either take your chances, you might get lucky, but you're playing off of their bad play and counting on their bad play by staying here rather than counting on your good play. If I stay here, I'm putting it in the hands of the enemy and telling them, go ahead, lose this. Now, they could come in and kill me, and that's that. Or they could come in and miss me. And I win. So another thing is it depends on the numbers game. I'm painting a 2v1 situation. What if it's a 2v4? All right, or I'm sorry, a 4v2. I'm painting a 1v2 situation with 2 out there and me in here. What if it's a 4v2? In a 4v2 situation, there's no way I'm taking either of these fights. Because probably my teammate is positioned back in this power position over here. Right? Probably my teammate has a view on the green hall for me. And is going to hold that and protect me. If not there, maybe here. If not here, maybe here. If not here, maybe here, right? Maybe here. Right? There's just all sorts of angles that my team could be holding. And if so, I am staying right here. I'm not moving. I'm not making a single sound. I'm waiting for somebody to swing in here. Notice my crosshair placement is slightly out. I'm using a shotgun, so I'm not head height. I'm pointing it. If I was using the SMG-11, I'd be pointing head height. But I'm slightly out because I know this person, when they come in, they're going to come in swinging. They're going to come in going for the gunfight. And they're going to be pre-firing. So I could hold here and try to get them a little early. Or I could hold back this way. I could lay down. That'd probably be the better option here. Because it's even more safe. Just makes you a smaller target. Especially with a shotgun. You could just hit them in the body and they're dead. Okay? So in a numbers game where you have the advantage, don't move. Stay still. And hold your angles. And let other people cover you. Hold their angles. In a 1v2 situation, well, you're not going to win this if you stay still. Because they'll get the trade against a good team. Now, against a bad team, maybe you get a kill. And then maybe you switch over here and get the second kill. But against a good team, you've got to put the win in your own hands. That means you got to clear this guy out of here. You got to kill him. Maybe wait till you can hear him walking toward the door. And that's the spot at which you swing and take the gunfight. But then that puts you in an advantage situation against the guy on green stairs. Because he doesn't know where you went. Did you go back into sight? Are you back over here at hunting hall? Are you going to swing him like this? Are you going to swing him in sight? And you can be patient. If it's just a 1v1 situation now, I can be patient. I can force him to plant. If there's still another person on the other side of the map, then I'm definitely going to take this gunfight because I know this person is here. I have information that they're here. I'm going to come out here. I'm going to try and take this gunfight. I've run out of ammo, so I can't take the gunfight, but you know what I mean. I'm going to try and take this gunfight and kill this person. And then I can wait and force the other person to plant. If there's somebody coming from this side over here, I can force them to plant. So, crosshair placement, decision making, map knowledge, right? And numbers game, right? You got to know the numbers too. So those are the things to take into evaluation wherever you're going. Let's say I'm on the attacking side. I'm not defending. I'm attacking. And I'm down to a 1v1. And I've got to clear this last person. The diffuser's on the other side of the map. And I'm out of drones. All right. Do I peek through this door, hunting hall, move to the green door over here, and try to take my gunfights from here? Do I wrap around? I guess it kind of depends on the time that's left, right? Because if you only got like 15 seconds, That'd change things. Do I wrap around and try to come from here? What do I do? Or do I hold an angle and wait for him to swing me? The answer to that last one is I never hold an angle and wait for him to swing me on attack, because he'll just, in a 1v1 situation, the defense has the advantage. The defense has the advantage. They can just sit there and wait for you. So you're just letting time click off the clock by holding your angle. So what do you got to do? You've got to take some sort of a fight. I personally think it's tough to enter this room with all the different angles. There's just a lot of angles. If you have the time and can wrap around without the other team knowing it, I kind of would. But you know, this is a much more favorable situation. I can check this angle. I can check this angle. I can check here. I can check behind the desk. I can watch the head height holes, see where someone is. And at this point, I've got a little map control. All right, I know, since I just checked all these angles, he's either, think about what we know. He's either deep in that room over there. Maybe he's close here, behind this wall. Maybe he's in this pocket back here, this breach area where you would breach. I don't know, the couches are there. I don't know what that's called. He could also be further back in sight behind the desk. Or he could be completely roaming off site at this point. But by checking these angles here, I've got a lot of information as far as the few places that he could be. All right? Flip it around. Let's say you just don't have the time. You've got to push. All right? You're here. So the first thing I would do is check these angles. Just make sure that he's not here. I would check that bomb angle right here and up here. And at least I know he's not back there, but he could be crouched behind this. So I'm not going in that way. Unless you're just out of time whatsoever, in which case, you know, swing in, try to take... Yeah, I mean, obviously check this angle first, check here, and then swing in, try to plant here. That's a possibility, but if you can wrap around, you can check in here. You know that he's not over here, but he could be holding an angle from the other side. So you just have to check each of those angles along the way. And then your last spot is in the corner. If I've checked that side over there and this side over here and haven't seen him anywhere, well, what do I know? I know he's not in this long angle. I know he's not... When I say long angle, I'm talking to this angle over here. I know he's not over here. Alright. I know he's not... Sorry, here. I know he's not holding from here. I know he's not holding from here. There really isn't an angle here. So he'd have to be up on the door. I know because I've looked through there, he's not through here. I know because I've looked through here, he's not right here. I know he's not here. I know he's not here. Which means, where could he be? Well, he could be tucked in here. Or he could be tucked in here. Those are the two places that he could be at this point if I've checked both sides here. If I don't have any utility, I'm probably going to swing this first and then look here. But, you know, maybe you have some utility. Maybe you can chuck a flashbang. Flash that one angle off and swing in here. Maybe you can flash this. Flash, boom, flash goes off. Now I swing for this angle. You know, those are your options. You flash one angle, swing the other. flash again, swing back in here, and go for this angle. You're pretty much guaranteed that he's somewhere in those two spots because of what you've checked. Or he's back here, in which case he's not a threat to you anyway, so you might as well just go in and plan. It's really all about map knowledge, about knowing where to put my crosshairs, knowing when to swing, knowing what to pre-fire. Like, I'm pre-firing that right there because I know if I was on the defense, I'd be holding this angle. That would be the angle I'd be looking for. This disgusting angle right here if I was on defense, because I'm covered. Especially if you reinforce this side right here. Then you can hold this very disgusting angle. But even if you don't, right? Someone pushing over here would have to pre-fire in order to catch you and know you weren't there. So this is definitely an angle I would be holding. So as an attacker, I think, where would I be? Well, I know I would be over there. So I'm gonna pre-fire right there on that angle. Because I know that's where I would hold. This angle here, that's another angle I would hold. So I'm gonna pre-fire that. In here, that's somewhere I would be. So I'm gonna pre-fire that. Over here, that's somewhere I might be. So again, you just think about where would I be? Would I might maybe elevate myself to make it harder for someone to hit me? You know, those are just gotta think about this. I guess this is called waiting room. Interesting. I never knew this. This is waiting room. Admin. All right. Let's switch sides. Actually, I think here, let's talk about another site for a second. We got 4 minutes, 50 seconds. We're gonna talk about another site. These two walls are reinforced on this site. This wall's optional. You can reinforce it or put head heights through it. Just kind of depends. You can make it a rotate if you wanted. Depends on the site setup, whether or not you're gonna run like a shield or whether you can give this area to attackers. And, well, you can't give this area because this is the bomb site, but you know what I mean. Okay. There's just all sorts of ways to set this up. You could set this up with, like, some head height holes or feet holes over here. I would definitely put a rotate right here. My reasoning for this is in case they get this breach open.
You've been spotted.
I want to be able to see someone as they hop in. And you can basically cover the breach from here. You can also be pretty close to cover orange stairs. In fact, a lot of people might hold from up here, orange stairs, and then I can contest orange stairs, contest anyone coming down the orange hall, clock hall, you know, contest anyone from this way, but also I have the ability from here to contest the breach. It makes coming in that breach just really hard. If there's a rotate here, I'm not coming in this breach. A lot of attackers come right through here. This
You have been spotted by hostiles.
is
Fall back.
highway traffic. In fact, really great way. I don't know why
Your
people do
location
this,
has
but
been
they climb this
compromised.
ladder. I have no idea why you would climb this ladder. Don't climb ladders, guys. Rappel. Don't climb ladders. Because as somebody comes up the ladder, you can just sit out here and go boom, and that person's dead. Because you can hear them coming up the ladder. And as soon as they get to the top, just shotgun them and they're dead. That's it. So, don't climb ladders. All right. So in here, this area here is really tough to defend late, like as the round goes on. Like you can hold it like in the beginning, go for a cheeky kill there, but then eventually falling back is required because attackers will take control of library, and they'll take control of library through this window. They'll come from below. They'll come from hunting hall, which would be fairly easy to get control of because you're on the other side of the map, unless you've got roamers over here. And once they've cut off this side here, you can't be in here because there's this window and there's this side here. You just can't, you can't fight in here. Once they open this window, you have to kind of pull back. So you've got two options. One is you can hold from over here somehow as a roamer, or you can hold from sight as an anchor. So those are your options for trying to prevent them from coming that direction. Let's say I have to clear out library and I know someone's in there. And let's say this is reinforced. All right. And I know for a fact all of this is closed behind me. All right. Do I quick peek everything? Do I... Now I know someone... I don't know if someone's in library and I have no information. Do I quick peek everything? Do I swing into library with my crosshair placed appropriately? Okay. Do I throw an impact? I don't know if this is... This might be reinforced. So do I quick peek or do I swing? With no information. The answer is I quick peek. You don't swing into a room with no information. You quick peek. So, first thing I'm going to peek is the stairs. Second thing I'm going to peek is above the stairs, the window. Third, I'm going to peek this long angle here. And then I'm going to peek over here.
5 seconds
I might
remaining.
peek out this way. Might peek out this way. Now I'm going to peek here. And now I've got library control. And I'd swing the rest. Okay, because then once you know that there's only one spot where they can be, you can swing that spot and pre-fire it. You only swing if you have information. You quick peek otherwise. All right, I'm going to walk through a little bit something different here. Hopefully I've given you some good information. Let's talk through how to approach the building when you're new to the game. So on Emerald Plains, spawn stables. It's a great place to spawn. When you're new to the game, approach the building in just this one way. There's one thing to worry about. It's right here. Someone can peek you, can open this up, and peek you from here and spawn peek you. Someone can also spawn peek you from up here. You may want to be conscious of those. I will tell you I've never died from either of those spawn peeks because Emerald Plains just people don't play it very frequently. Once you get to about here, shoot the default cam. You can also shoot the other default cam that's over here. Oh, where is it? I know it's over there. Ah, there it is. I guess you can't shoot it. Not bad. I thought you could shoot it from there, but you can't. So don't worry about that default cam. Now, what's next? How do I approach this building safely? Personally, I like to go right here. Watch out for this still. And walk up these stairs. It's a really safe way to approach the building. Notice how my crosshair was here, watching for someone who's peeking out this door. Once I know this top part is clear, I'm not just gonna be like, okay, we're fine. Wait, what if somebody's laying down at the bottom of the door and they've got this peek out and they're looking out ready to shoot me as I come up? All right. So once I've checked this top part, I know no one's here. There's no reason why not to shoot a few bullets just at the bottom of the door. Right? Maybe you get a kill. Maybe you don't. But either way, you're protecting your life. And then make sure that window's closed. So that they're not jumping out on you here while you're looking here. So, that's one way to approach the building. I do like that way. I will tell you how I've done it in my most recent games. I usually shoot this camera and I swing out here. Now, you have to watch out because there's doors down here. Someone could be swinging you from these doors. These are not very frequent spawn peaks. Someone might be running out and run up on this ledge. Someone might jump out this window. But again, those are high risk, low reward spawn peaks. I mean, maybe they have high reward. There's one other default cam straight ahead here. But once you've secured this area, I personally like to come up on the rappel because I can clear this window and then come over and clear the door. So, a little safer. I don't know. I mean, it depends because there's 2 more spawn peaks on that side you kind of have to watch out for. This window here is to library. This window here is to hunting hall. Map knowledge is just everything in Siege. This door is to green. A great drone spot is right up here. You want to get your drone up there, jump it up on this table. Come on. Jump up on this mirror, this broken mirror, and then right up on top here. It'll break the lattice work, and you'll be able to watch everybody from green and hunting hall. Just be aware, people do look for it, but I've never had my drone shot there. It goes unnoticed all the time. One time I think I've had it shot there by somebody who was over here who saw me jump it up and then shot the drone. When I come in this door, I'm thinking, what do I have to worry about? Well, first of all, I'm checking my drone. Is anybody going to swing me to the left? If so, I see them, and I just pre-fire, and I can kill them. Right? If not, then I'm going to check down green. Is anybody right here, close, down beneath me? Is anybody long, like way down music hall, down at the bottom there at the stairs? So this is just how I would get into the building here. And then once I'm in, and I've got this control, now I'm going to clear this area. Opening these windows helps me to get into the building. Because this window being open, this window being open, or at least, punched or something, these are things that really assist me, because then, when I push green, I can almost guarantee the defender that's on this side of the map that hears, oh, he's coming in the green door. It's not going to be like, oh, I'm just going to walk in front of this here, and I'm going to walk in front of this here and go contest that. No, they're going to take their time. They're going to go, oh, boy, he could be peeking me from this window. Oh boy. Oh, there's another window open. Okay, well, maybe I'll come over here. I'll swing. Okay, well, I don't think he's outside that window. Oh. I don't want to walk through this, right? Because do I look this way or do I look this way? Where could they come from? There could be 2 of them. I mean, I don't know. So as a defender, I'm probably not going to push past here. In fact, I'm probably going to stay back here and just play this passive. Which means I don't have to worry about this. As a defender, I'm not going to go out and look this way exposing myself to this window. I'll get killed. So, if I saw this window's open, I'm like, well, that's their control now. I'm not contesting that. Not contesting it. I'm gonna reposition myself somewhere else. Right? So, as an attacker, you gotta think about ghost pressure. Ghost pressure is so powerful. By opening this window and opening this window, I put ghost pressure on the defense. They don't know if I'm holding this window or not. I might be holding it, right? I might be holding this. I might be repelled upside down on this, just waiting for someone to walk through this door, and as soon as I see their feet, I've got them dead. Ghost pressure is so powerful in Siege, because now, with the ghost pressure there, I can guarantee someone on this side is going to take a minute, which gives me a second to clear this hall. And now I can cross, and I'm safe. And I'm pretty much sure they're not in this room, and they're not going to be peeking this door because of the ghost pressure I've created. So if I'm staying kind of back, I can focus my attention on the guy, which would be normally right about here. The ghost pressure tells me where to put my crosshair. Because I know the map, I open this window, I open that window, and I know where my crosshair needs to be. Now I might do this just to check myself, make sure I'm good. But now my crosshair is going right there. Because that's where the most likely spot of that individual is. They might be deep back over here, but their most likely spot is going to be here. Because they don't want to cross in front of this window. And they don't want to get shot by this window, so they're not going to hold over here. So they're going to play more passive angles like here. So, the ghost pressure forces the defense to rotate to this location or this location. Deep back there in that location or somewhere on this side of the room. Right? They've moved out of this area, so this is now my control, attacker control. And they could be down here. Or somewhere in here. By me opening these two windows in this door, the ghost pressure I've created has forced easier gunfights for me. With a drone, this is just not fair. Right? With a drone, I've got so much more information, because now I can check down here and see, oh, he's not playing this door. He's not playing this stairs. He could still be in Green Hall, so I might keep my gun up over here before I get to this angle right here. And now I'm looking. I'm pre-firing because I know where I'm going to swing, and I know what I can do with the ghost pressure. I know what I've done with the ghost pressure to where the bad guys are. That's just one added element of the gameplay. All right, let's take a different situation. As an attacker, let's say I'm attacking.
You have located a bomb.
The bomb being here. This is great that the bomb is here. Let's imagine this is reinforced. Imagine this is reinforced. Let's imagine this is reinforced. Let's say these two walls here are reinforced as well. There's a rotate here. Just say maybe right. Probably on this side. If I think about it, yeah, probably a rotate here. This wall's opened up. And let's just say that these two walls are reinforced and these two walls are reinforced. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And there's one reinforcement left. Let's just say for the sake of time that they used out in the hatch. Okay, that's a pretty standard site setup. Alright, as an attacker, I would probably still push green. Okay. But let's just say that you decided, nah, I'm not going to push over here to the green side, which is, by the way, right here. Here's library. Here's hunting. What I would normally do in an attack is maybe push this green side, gain control of CEO, and then try to work these walls here, or try to work into, I said CEO, but this is admin. Try to clear out CEO, and then come in here trying to work for a plant, like behind here. All right, that's what I would probably do, but let's say we're working the other side today. All right, and again, just as a reminder, since library is right here, that is the archives room. This is archives. This is the gallery. You could just call this, he's on the wood floor. He's on the marble, gallery marble. But, and then here's the statues, by the statues. Different call outs thinking about, but I don't know, this is ceramic gallery. Interesting. Maybe I should start calling this ceramic. Okay. Let's say you're outside, though. You're outside here. Oh, I was telling you for reference. Library. So, I would still, as an attacker, approach the building the same way. But I'd probably take my time, shoot my cams, and work my way over to this side. I don't know why I was checking that corner. There's no defender going to be out there. All right. So let's say I want to go in this door. And the objective is I want to get in here and I want to plant maybe over here. Maybe I want to plant here. Okay. My objective is get over here and plant. Okay. How do I do it? From here. Do I open this window? Do I go back and open the library window? Do I open this door and push in just as is? Do I open this wall here? What do I do? Give me a second to think about it. Personally, what I would probably do is I would have already opened this hunting hall window and this window and library. Two reasons for that. The ghost pressure that it creates forces this guy to play back over here or somewhere over here. If he's here and his back is turned and he's looking this direction, playing an aggressive angle, I now have the ability to swing in once I've opened this door, and I know exactly the area he's going to be. I also know there's probably not going to be somebody holding this angle here. This is my second reason for opening these two windows to come in there, to come into archive. The second reason is by opening this window, I can pretty much guarantee someone's not going to hold this long angle here because they're going to be concerned about getting shot in the back from this window. I don't have to open the green door. I don't really care about the green door, but this window here forces someone out of that position to over here. And then this window here forces them even further back over here. So now I'm dealing with much better gunfights because they're going to be closer, I'm going to be further away, and perspective is in my favor when I'm further away and they're close to the door. I'll be able to see slivers of them before they can see slivers of me because I'm further away. The next thing I could do is open up some of this window. Because now, as a defender, I don't want to hold angles that I could be shot from. So I want to hold more passive angles. Maybe I'd go like this and wait for audio cues to swing. So I've kind of forced the defenders into positions that are now difficult. Now, to be honest, to set up for a plant where I said you're probably going to want someone else or the non-fragger to open up this wall so that you've got a sight there. And again, remember I told you about the rotate that's going to be on this side. So probably no one will enter this wall, but having the sight into where you're going to plant, because that's where we wanted to plant, that's going to make a difference when we actually get the plant down. You can always work with your team, and if you could, drone things out with your team, and maybe you did have part of your team enter in this green door over here, then maybe between you and your team, you could time it right to where you swing the person over on this side and you've got library control. Once you kill the person library, with the two of you working together, swinging at the same time, you could take library. And now, maybe you open this wall. And at this point, you've got a view into sight from here. You could just smoke off the remaining angles here, and get a plant down over there in the corner. So those are options. Or you can enter in through here, watch yourself as you come here, and then plant here. You do have to worry about people on the orange door. You have to worry about people behind this area. If this is open, you have to worry about people in clock hall. If this is open, you have to worry about someone swinging from here. There's a lot of different angles here, different problems. That's why personally I prefer that side over there. A little less to worry about once you've got that map control for the plant. But nonetheless, if you're in a pinch, this is certainly a viable option. And you could just plant right here. So those are some, I know I gave like some attacking strategies along with this, but I'm also talking about things like ghost pressure, knowing how to manipulate the other team into certain areas of the map so that when you look, you know what I'm needing to pre-fire. I don't need to pre-fire this because they're not going to be on that angle, but I do need to pre-fire this because they could be there. I need to watch myself from walking in front of these angles, so maybe I sprint across. And I'm just looking to get information, right? And now I know that somebody could be back here because I forced them into these same two locations that we talked about before. So it's just knowing the maps and knowing how to manipulate them so that you can force the enemies into situations where you've got the easier gunfight. That's Siege. So, all right. I hope that's been somewhat helpful for anyone who's watching this. And I'm gonna go ahead and stop there, which is these two sites. And I know I've spent like almost an hour in this. So hopefully you got something out of this. And if not, feel free to put it in the comments below, and I'm happy to answer your questions. Thanks for watching.